Hello, everybody.
Hi.
How are you doing? Welcome to the Simply Together show today.
Yeah.
We've got myself hosting along with the lovely Shelley. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
I've just realised I'm blending into the background. I put on proper
You've got your
corporate colour
purple on.
t-shirt on this morning.
Corporate colour t-shirts. We have got the lovely Michelle here today.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yes, glad to be here. Yeah, it's great because there's a lot happening, so we can talk about a lot of the things that are happening. Yeah.
So everybody knows what's going on and out there with the economy, with finances, with energy bills, etc., etc. Everybody knows. If you don't know, where have you been? But everybody knows. So we've got Michelle on today, who's gonna tell us a little bit about. Actually, you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to talk about today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I started back in the day in money savings, and I found out everybody loved a bargain and they were getting the bargains, but afterwards they weren't using it in any kind of plan to put everything together to actually change your life. And that's what I really had a heart for people to use these to actually change their lives so they're in a better situation at the end of it, where they have some money or they've paid off some debts by being, using the savings, and they've saved the money, and I want them to better their lives, right? Or they've put it to some kind of education where they could better their life in some kind of way. Now, I went on to teach money management, and that's what I still teach now. So I teach money management. That's basically putting everything into a plan where you can actually use it, become debt-free, learn new skills, and then at the end of it all, monetize the gift that we all have. Everybody has a different gift. Some people can sing really well, like Whitney. Some people can Whitney Houston. Some people can, talk really well. And other people are shying away and they think, I can't do anything. But everybody actually has a gift, within them that they can use and they can monetize. And now in this digital age, we can all do that. I know people think how, and that's where I come in now to show you exactly how to monetize that. But I'm still under the umbrella of finance. Everything is to better you financially so that you can be better to society. You can change society. The world that we live in is not the same. It's going to be a better world for our children because we've left a mark and a legacy when we've left this world. We just didn't use the money for ourselves, but we've made an impact. So looking at the grassroots of everything, we're going to have to look at where we are right now. And I don't know if you just want me to talk, Cecile, or are you going to interview me, or you just say, let her carry on? I don't know.
Where are we right now?
Yeah, where are we? Well, we were talking behind the scenes that we've got a brand new government, and it looks like as this new government came in, everything is falling apart. But really, everything was falling apart already. It's just when a new government comes in, they have to actually, make it stable. And if it was built on rocky ground, then we can't carry on like this. Long before the pandemic and then through the pandemic, the government always seems to have money, don't they? They always seem to have money. But what they've been doing all this time, they've just been printing more and more money. The Bank of England have been printing more and more money, and they've been giving it to the government. And the government say, yeah, I've got grant over here, grant over here, grant up over here. But then every time you make more of something, it becomes less in value. So if I had a gold necklace and you two didn't have a gold necklace, my gold necklace would be worth something. But if we all had one, then I can't boast about my gold necklace because you say, yeah, I've got one too. Yeah, I've got one too. So what the government's been doing, they've been giving money to everybody who has asked for it. And that means the value of money, not just in this country, but everywhere in the world, has been secretly falling for years and years and years. And now the pound it's come out that the pound has dropped so much that the Bank of England had to come and step in and then bail us out. Now, this
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? And it might just be me being really dim.
No,
But
really.
so the Bank of England are printing all this money, all this money, all
Yeah.
this money.
Mm-hmm.
So the government owe the Bank of England
Yep.
everything that
debt.
they've been shelling out.
Yeah, it's a debt. All right. If you look at the Bank of England as the mum or the dad, but the children keep coming back for a loan every minute, and they say, come on, you should be able to put stuff in and stand on your own now. But that's why the Bank of England came in. It's like the child came to the Bank of England and said, Mum, they're going to repossess my house on Friday. Please, you're my last thing. So the Bank of England, as you saw in the news, bailed out the government again. The Bank of England, they're impartial. They're called a reserve. They don't care who's in power. They will bail them out. It's like having loads of children, and one child's naughty, one child's good, one child's quiet, one child is all the same mum and dad, but they all got different personalities. So they don't care if Labour, Conservative, whoever, SDP, EDF, they've got all these children. Whoever's in, they look after them all the same. So they would do it to any party. They are called the reserve. But they keep bailing them out. But all the time, the money has been falling. So with inflation, when we have inflation just means that your money is actually worth less. So inflation in this country is 10%, 10.1%. So that means last year your pound was worth a pound. This year your pound is worth 90 pence. So when you so people think inflation is rising prices. Well, it is in a way, but that's the result. The result was that you went out with no coat and you got a cold. You can't say, yeah, I've got a cold. How did it happen? So when you go to the shop now and you take your pound for a loaf of bread, they say to you £1.10 because they want that 10% that's gone down. They say 1.10 and you say, oh, prices have gone up. Why? And that's because the thing about it, why it's gone up is because inflation's gone up, but at the same time, your money's going down. So we have to look at supporting our money because the pound is going down in value. So if we're saving, like reasonable people want to do, put a little bit away, the more you save, you can't get to that point that you want, where you want to get that thing, where that car or that dress or that coat, you can't, your money, every time you go, the price has gone up. You saw that the price was £20 and you had 15, 16, you said, oh, I'm nearly there now, 20. But when you go to the shop, they say 25 and you're like, what? I can't ever catch up. And that is the situation we're in at the moment. So we have to look, how do we catch up? And that's why I've gone from money savings to money management, just so people can be educated in a way that you say, you have a conversation, you hear it on the news, you not just sit in there complaining, but you've got a way. So I know I've got about 10 minutes, but I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do.
You've got plenty of time.
Oh, okay.
There's plenty of time. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to tell you exactly, what you can do. Okay. I can do some money. You can do some money saving while you do money management. So like electricity's gone up. So I did an experiment and they told me to use my timer because it comes on at the times that you're home. I tried that. It didn't really work for me. And someone else in electricity, who works in electricity, said, keep your electricity or your boiler on all day, but put it on really low. So I tried that. And that was coming out so well for me. It worked well for me. And they said, why does it work so well? And it works well because most of us live in brick houses. And if you think of a brick oven, they say stone break oven, you can get the night. It keeps the heat. So if you turn it off, it has to heat up all those bricks again every time. But if you keep it on low, it's going to keep it at a little. You can always turn it up to boost it if you're awake, and then turn it down, but don't turn it off because you have to start again every single time. So we put an extension on our house and we thought it was going to be very expensive with the electricity, and we ended up paying less than people with just a normal size house, the same people on our street. So yeah, so we're gonna try that again this winter, and I'm recommending that for you to turn it down. They say turn it down 1 or 2 degrees can save hundreds, but we just turn it down the lowest that we can feel, that we still might have to put a cardigan on, but it's on all the time, so it's not gone down to 0 where you start to feel it in your joints, you know, that way when you turn it off and you think, oh, I can feel it in my joints. No, you don't want to get to that point. You just want to keep it on low. So so that's a money saver that we use in our house, and that's great because prices have gone up. Also, another money saver you can do is with petrol. If you're going to fill up the whole tank, a lot of people fill as they go, but then afterwards you end up you actually have to drive to the petrol station a few times. So it's best to arrange your finances so you know exactly when you get paid how much you're going to fill for the car. If you go to the website confused.com, they will give you one search a day. Everybody knows Confused as a comparison site. They'll give you one search a day. You put in your postcode, press go, and it will tell you the cheapest place to fill up. Now, if it's too far, then don't drive there. But if it's somewhere in your neighborhood, I know people are very loyal to one kind of petrol station, but when it's gone too far and it's so much now, we can actually probably just drive a few more miles, not a few more miles, too many miles, but not more than 1 or 2. That's why you put your postcode on, because it's somewhere. Yeah. And then fill up there. And then also use in your tank like a fuel cleaner. You can get a fuel cleaner from Halfords for £2 or £3, and then one for petrol and one for diesel. And one bottle lasts 2 fill-ups at the petrol station. So half a bottle, pour that in as well, and you'll get 10, 15, 20 more miles on the 1 gallon of petrol.
When do you put that in then?
You put that in when you fill up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You put that in when you fill up. You put it in with and it cleans because the thing about when you go to the petrol station, there's 2 types of petrol you can get. You can get the premium and you can get the normal. Most people will take the normal because it's cheaper. If you've got a high performance car, it's worth just going for the premium, although it is a bit more, because when your car goes bad and you've got a high performance car, then afterwards there's a big bill for you. I've tried it so many times with my cars, and I've just wrecked them just trying to put the cheaper one in. But if I had over the course of the year just put an extra £100 in petrol instead of paying an extra £400 to get the car fixed in the end. So yeah, just put it in. You can get it at Tesco or anything like that. You can get it half price at different places. It's not very expensive.
Okay.
It's like £4 a bottle, so just put it in. But when it's on sale, it's £2.
So here's a question then. A lot of people, myself included, try to go to those shops where you get your
points.
Say it again.
Points.
Yes. So is it actually worth doing that, like going to Tesco's, going to Sainsbury's to get your fuel because you're going to get your points?
Yeah.
Or should we actually be just looking for the cheapest one?
Right. If you've got a high performance car, this is where I tell you to be careful. If you've got an SUV, or say you drive a BMW or something like that, then
I've got a little Corsa.
Right. Then go to the Tesco, get your points, but put the cleaner in.
Yeah.
You can get it in Tesco. It's always got the cleaner on sale. They'll put it at the front of the store, and they'll have it on sorry. It's called Red-X.
Okay.
It's called Red-X, yeah. Red-X. And you're gonna put it in your don't stop putting it in there, because what it is, you're putting in what they put in the premium.
Okay.
But you're putting it in yourself into the cheaper one. So it's what the premium dump is, cleaning your thing, making your engine last longer, and you're going through your system and giving you more miles. And
always make sure your tires are filled correct too.
Yes, your tires are up, and empty your boot. Most of us as women, we've got so much stuff in our boot. It takes off about 3 or 4, miles every single time. Just clear out the boot. I know we'd have to leave it in there just in case, but all those summer chairs that you fold out, and you got them. We got them because we do football and we just leave them. We don't take them out. So everywhere we go, we're pulling them with us, in the back. And I always think, I tell people to clear out that boo and the car boot. Can hardly get the shopping in there. So, all these things definitely do give you extra miles if you can take them out. Pump up your tires, and don't accelerate. Don't race basically at the traffic light. You want to be the first one away. That rev there, if you do that so many times a day, you'll see your needle go down. So
okay, Nikkei has asked, when is a bargain not a bargain?
A bargain's not a bargain when you don't need it. When you don't need it. Yeah. And a bargain will always be there because sales and marketing is how the world runs. So a bargain will always be there because, that's how the world runs. So, but going back to what is happening in the market, there are some simple things that we can actually do. There are things probably you've never done before. And that's the reason why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because I'm going to tell you some rich secrets, what the rich people are doing right now, so that they can save their money. Right. A silver coin at the moment costs about £30. All right. £30. What you need to do is to take out some of your savings, at least 10% of your savings, and start saving in silver and gold. Silver and gold is in the pattern of what's called a cup and handle right now. A cup and handle can form at any time. Silver and gold's cup and handle has just formed after 40 years. And if you speak into Google and you say, what happens after a cup and handle? I'd actually want to do it now so that they actually, so you can hear it live. I usually do it live when I do. And Google will repeat back to you, after a cup and handle forms, expect a sharp uptake. Right? So gold and silver is going to see a sharp uptake. Let me tell you what happens with gold and silver. Gold and silver, it's not something that, that people talk about much like crypto or whatever, because it's a rich man's money. And the reason why they use gold and silver, once they've made their money, they convert it to gold and silver. It's because gold and silver holds its value. So if you remember at the beginning of the show, when I was telling you that the pound was going down and it's now worth 90 pence, probably by, if the Bank of England didn't bail it out, it would be worth 70 pence. Then after it's going to be worth 50 pence. Now, all that time, if you had put your pound into a gold or silver coin, it's still worth £1. Everybody in the society, their money's gone down to 90. We all of our money went down to 90 without us knowing it. Now we've woken up, and I've come to tell the world exactly what to do. In the last year, I've been saving in gold and silver. So my money didn't move. In fact, it went up in value. It went to up. Instead of it being £1, it went to £1, £1.2, £1.10, £1.20. Gold and silver is a store of value. It's a store. Rich people store their money in gold and silver. Gold and silver was something that only rich people could get hold of in years past. But nowadays, everyone can get it, and it's affordable for everyone. Not only is it affordable, every currency of the world is dropping. We heard about England, but on the same week, the Japanese yen went as well. This week, the euro is really shaking. And I believe, I don't even believe, I know, because I don't watch TV, I only watch financial programs. By the end of the month, the dollar will collapse. It's going to collapse. Wow. This is where it's going. There's a new monetary system. Some people say it's enforced. I don't know if you've heard of the One World government. They were trying to have one world currency for the whole of, so some people say they're collapsing it. And some people say it's just bad management, right? But I think it's a collection of the two. And if you watch the financial news or just go onto YouTube and press news, you'll see all these currencies fall into pieces before our eyes. And you think, So how do you save your money? Am I going to have my money going to be worth 2 pence? My pound worth 2 pence? I'm going to be wiped out. If you go on YouTube, most of the titles say most families will be wiped out. Most families will. I clicked on all of them. I've been clicking them for a year and watching them. So they were saying, how do you save yourself? Now you're going to gold and silver has stood the test of time, and this is the easiest way to save your money. When you buy gold and silver, they will give you a certificate. When you want to cash it in, it's just like your bank. You'll tell them, I want to cash in £2 of the of the £10 that I bought. And that is it. You have a dealer. You'll have a gold dealer. That's all you'll have. You'll have a silver dealer. Sounds like it's control, one world government. Yeah, that is true, Nikkei, I'm sure. But the thing about it is that you have to be one step ahead, because if not, if you just watch the news, you're reactive because they just report what has already happened. So I'm kind of here to tell you a little bit behind the scenes, what's going on, because I don't watch the news. I just watch the financial markets. I trade. I watch the financial markets. I buy gold and silver. I do crypto. Okay. So these are all the areas that you may have heard of going on, and then people say, yeah, I've heard these things, but I really don't know how. I don't understand it. And this is like, if you could look underneath the cover, these are the things that people are reading. You're like, so they're just going to tell you what to do in the end, but you don't want to be behind. You want to be in front all the time. So that's why I had to change from money savings to money management, because I was learning all these things and telling them. People were like, but I don't understand. I was like, get online. I'm going to teach you. Get online. I'm going to teach you how to buy gold and silver. Get online. So now I have a whole education part of my website where I just send people to, because they don't understand. This is very easy. But I'll tell you a story before I finish. I did a seminar the other day, and a single mum, she says, I've got 2 kids. She says, I'm just training to be a midwife, blah, blah, blah. She said, I'm going to be down at the bottom of the queue. And I said, you probably are. And they want you to be at the bottom of the queue so that they can control your life, just like what they did in COVID. They can tell you what you have to do, and you have to do it like a robot. You have no say, but you will have say if you prepare. So don't panic, prepare. And I say the 2 P's: don't panic, prepare.
Okay.
And it's affordable for everyone to do right now. Everyone can hold a gold. So I told her to save a silver coin every month. Buy one. Instead of saving £30, buy a coin, because the gold and silver are both in what's called the cup and a handle formation. It goes down, then it's going up, then it goes down again. You think, oh, it's going down, and then it forms this circle like a cup handle. And if you just write down cup and handle and just Google it. I want everyone to Google it after we're finished here. What is a cup and handle, and what happens after cup and handle? And is gold in a cup and handle? Show me the gold. Type into Google, show me the gold cup and handle. It's like so what you do, what she's done now, she texts me so often, and she says, I bought another silver coin, I bought one more. And I said, those 3, because if you go into Google afterwards, I want everyone to do their research and say, what is the prediction of silver at $30 right now? What is the prediction for silver in the next couple of years? And you'll see ridiculous prices go up. Like your one coin, 30, is going to go to £1,000, one coin. So if you bought 5, you'd be like,
really
150. Look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 5,000. You can cash them in at any time. Should I tell you why? Let me just tell you why. Everything planned for the future involves silver. Your solar panels on your house, or you're the house that you see walking down, and they're trying to put everybody on a green deal. Every single one of those panels cannot go up there unless they have silver. Every single electric car battery needs silver to run. They're trying to get everybody off of petrol onto electric. Them electric cars that we were talking before the program about these driverless cars. They are on electric because they need to run on electric. They're not run on petrol. Every single one of those car batteries need silver and a whole load of it in the battery to run.
Okay.
So when the financial industry, this is just behind the scenes stuff that we talk about all the time on all our financial forums, when the when everything starts to fall to pieces, there's going to be a stock market crash, by the way, in the next, I'd say, 6 weeks. You're going to see stocks, big stocks that you know, big names. A lot of them will be bankrupt. You won't hear of them ever again. And you're going to say, gosh, that's what that girl said on that program. I remember. You watch my word, because it's happening already. And you're going to see a lot of people resigning. Even Zuckerberg is going to resign as the manager of Facebook. It's going to be a new manager. And
okay, before you go on, we've got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
So Nike has asked, would you recommend just using the app stroke cards that are available to trade in gold and silver? And she also asked, where do you buy the coins?
Right. Okay. Right. I'm going to send you to my website, right? Because I've got it all there. I'm going to send it, and I'm going to try and put it on the front page so you know exactly. You're going to go, and I'm going to explain it to you bit by bit by bit. I have a mini course. It's mini. When I say mini, you can do it in a day, but it's going to show you what I want to do. People can go, you can go to anywhere to buy gold and silver, any broker, anything right now. But what happens with silver and gold is that as soon as you buy it and the price goes up, you know what happened? The tax man says, hello, you pay what's called capital gains tax. You've made a profit, you have to pay some of that in tax. Now, there's a way of it avoiding it, which I can't teach you right now, but I teach you how to avoid it. You pay about £2 or £3 up front. Now, if your 30 goes to 1,000, that's it, no more. You pay it up front. So I'm going to show you how to pay the upfront tax first before you ever buy anything, so that you don't ever, so you cash that in, you get that whole money back. That's yours. The whole 100% that you've made on top is yours forever. And yeah, I'm going to put some videos up as well on the front page so that you can see, you can go and watch them and just be informed. Exactly.
So that info then about the couple of pounds around the tax, etc., that's in that 1-day course that's on your website.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
Another
lovely
thing
Louise.
you can do, sorry.
Oh, 1 minute. So Louise Clark has put, she just has. So I don't know what she just has done. She's gone to Google, maybe. Because I think you came around when you were talking about Google.
Yeah.
Is that what you've done, Lou? You've gone onto Google? Let us know.
Yeah, what have you just done? Might be something really bad, isn't it?
If it is, we don't want to know. We don't want to be implicated.
I wanted to do it for years.
So go on. Yes, she was going to carry on.
So another thing is when the markets start crashing, people are going to start looking for places to put their money. Hundreds of the banks. I made a video. I've got a YouTube, and it's called Don't Eat the Seed. And it just shows you everything that the banks are doing. Barclays Bank are buying crypto like mad because they know something we don't know. And they have silver in the next phase. Yep, Google copper handle silver in the next 5 years. Oh, she's done it. Yes, yeah, that's right. I told you, girls. It's so cheap to get into it now. But the thing about it is that you're not buying silver. All you're doing is converting some of your savings over. It's zero risk. All you're doing, it's not like you're buying something. You're just converting your savings to silver. So it's almost a free transaction. That's what I'm trying to get into the head of people. They're like, oh, I can't buy silver. No, don't buy any. If you've got any savings, transfer it over, because your savings are going down at the moment. The Bank of England are holding up the pound like this, you know, they really are. And when you watch the news now, you'll be able to, and then dropped in the midst, the president made bad choice and said, oh, I think stupid. I don't know what that means. Yeah, the Rand. Oh, that was South Africa. Yeah. So I tell people, yeah, they're just converting it over. Another thing I tell people is that everybody's buying crypto. Now, crypto, the market has fallen right down at the moment. Crypto market goes in 4-year cycles. We just came to the end of the 4-year cycle. And that's why people ran into crypto, because it was at the end. And at the end, it just goes paralytic. So people were like, making money. So I'm going to go. But they came in at the end. It's a bit like getting on a fair grind around, a ride at the end, and it just goes, ooh, and you think, oh, finished. You're like, yeah, it's finished. It's on its way down now. So that's where most of the people last year and beginning of this year came in to crypto at the end when you should have been pulling your money. But it's on the down cycle now. It's about to go on the up cycle like you've never seen before. Always, Warren Beatty is a big, one of the biggest billionaires of the world. He says, always get in the market when people are scared, and when it's at the bottom. When it's fallen, people are like, oh, I've lost all this money, it's at the bottom. But if you get in at the bottom, where is the only way to go after that? The only way is up. Baby. Yeah, the only way. Crypto is at the bottom. Last year I made some money on a coin called Shiba Inu. All right, but I got in at the top, so it was like 50p and it went to 70p, and then the amount I put in, I made a little coin, and I pulled it quickly. And but that coin has gone down to 1/10 of a penny now, right? So, but this is the thing, it's always behind the scenes when you do your research. They're going to be accepting Shiba Inu in every single airport around the world in the years to come. So you're like, so this coin that I'm going to buy is 1/10 of a penny. It's 1/10 of a penny. So I just went and bought £100 worth, because when it has to get to 1 pence, it has to double 4 times. It has to double to 2. It has to double to 2 and 2, 4. Then it has to go to 8, and then it will get. So my money, whatever I've put in, every time that doubles, my money doubles. That's how.
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's how crypto works. So if you buy a coin and it goes up in value 10%, whatever you put in. If you put in 100, it would be 110 now. You look at the balance, you think, oh, 10%, that coin went up. That's how people go with coins. So they find out what this coin is being used for and what is the potential behind it. But usually something like Bitcoin, it's a store of value. It's the same as gold. You don't want to get in there, but you want to get into the baby brother, Ethereum, underneath. Because Ethereum is the new internet that we're going to have. It's called the second wave of the internet. They're building it now. It's going to be a bigger internet that you're going to be like, whoa. People couldn't even imagine having an internet when we were young. We were like, you could be able to talk to someone through a screen, and they go, you couldn't imagine it. But what they've got planned for us to do in the future, you've heard of things like Meta, and you think, how's that going to work? How are you going to be getting in the screen? And how's that going to work? That's what they're building it on. They're building it on the Ethereum, the one under Bitcoin. But there are other things that they're building. It's a bit like having lots and lots of companies when you have a coin. A coin is like a company, like Apple or Nike or one. When you have a coin, see, when I had the Shiba Inu, it was going to be a way for people to pay on your phone in every airport. But it's going to be an airport. I thought, that coin's probably about £1 already, isn't it, each? They said, no, it's gone down to under a penny. I was like, what? Let me buy a couple hundred of them. And so I've left that. I just tell everybody 30. I told all my friends to buy £30 of it and then forget it. Same as a takeaway. Just forget it. And then when you start seeing it in the airport, then go and have a look on your phone to see what it gone. You'll be like, 3,000. Yeah, you say, yeah. That's what it's gone to, because it's gone far, far, far away from the 1 penny that you bought. It's I can't even call it 1/10 of a penny. It's too much. It's too little. Yeah. I can't call it a penny. From the penny that you bought it at, that penny, same as the gold, that penny, the coin Shiba Inu is now worth, even if it's now worth 60 pence, It's gone up. How many
Okay.
times did I have to double to get to it? And that's Shiba Inu. I got in too late last time. They were, I got in when it was 50p, and I draw my money at 70. But I'm just letting everybody know the same coin that I got in is now fallen to that, and coins go in a cycle. So where it went to before, it usually goes up to where it was before, and it will go in a cycle. But as more and more people have uses for it, if it's going to be a coin that's in all the airports, then afterwards we'll be able to have it. And you can actually say, I got in when it was a tenth of a penny. So, even if you got £10, buy the £10 worth of Shiba and just forget about it until you see it years later and you think, hang on, I've got some, and you're gonna have a look at the total and you think, oh, I could buy me Range Rover cash. Yeah, because it was so little, but now it's gone to £1. You're like, whoa, that's a big impact. And that's each one. Yeah.
So Louise has asked a question about, what about metaverse crypto?
Yeah, metaverse crypto is in the future, although it's now. So if you want to learn about it, you could go onto YouTube and listen to the people and learn about metaverse crypto. This is where the banks are going. Because if they get everybody onto this and they tell you, once they crash the market, they can tell you anything. They can say, sorry, the no more high street banks, you have to get on the meta. And you think, oh no, I'm going to have to learn how to get onto the meta and how to, you're going to be forced to it. Like my mother-in-law, when she didn't have an email address, she was almost crying. I had to go and buy her an iPad and say, get a name, and this is what you do. You press this. I got an Apple iPad, and I said, just one press. You said www. I keep seeing here on all my favorite programs say, go to the website www. What is that? I said, it's the internet. She said, I don't have an internet. I said, I'm gonna have to take a day and just teach you. Yeah. And that's exactly what happens if you say, nah, I'm not gonna keep up with it. You just get left behind. She was just on her own. She couldn't even join in with people on the TV, her favorite shows that she tunes into, because they say, oh, go to the website and click on get the app. She's like, oh, the app. She didn't have a clue. So yeah, you're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to wake up to learn itsy bitsy pieces as it's going on. We can't just learn, because we'll be so left behind. We'll be we are that generation already, because we're burying our parents and our we buried them. So we are the top almost of the tree. So if we don't catch up, if we don't keep up an inch at a time to say, oh, let me just have a look, that's what we have to. Yeah, look at the Shiba price. Look, can you see it? That's the price of it.
Look.
And I told you,
so what does that mean? What does that mean?
That's not even 1 pence.
Okay.
It's a 0.0000103. It's a tenth of a penny. So for that to get to that coin that they're going to have in all the airports, Cecile, when it gets momentum, and you can say, oh, I knew Shiba when it was a tenth of a coin. I said, did you buy any? You said, no. He said, oh, no. You knew Shiba from when she was a tenth of a penny. He said, yeah, she's worth £1 now. I just said, I know. Every one of those coins that was a tenth of a penny, you can exchange for £1. So,
okay. Yes, I get it. Yeah. I get it.
So when, so you said, I've got the coin. The coin is still the coin. Once you've got the coin, it's yours.
Right.
So now when the coin's going up in all the airports, everything like that, you've got the coin, and a Shiba is a Shiba, whether it's worth tenth of a penny or a £1. So I went to that price there, right? I went in last week. It was about that price as well, and I went in and I told you I bought. In fact, I bought 200, and it said I had 2,000 and something cheaper. I was like, whoa, if each one of these went to £1, I tried to work it out, and I worked it out that I would have something like 140,000 pounds from the 200, because your money doubles every time it moves. Yeah. So that's a tenth of a penny. For it to go to a 20th of a penny, it would have doubled. So my £200 would have went to 400 by then. When it goes to worth eighth of a penny, 0.008, it would have doubled again. And then afterwards, for it to go to a pen, 1 pence, it has to double for about 3 or 4 times for it to get to 1 pence. So my money, my 200 double and then double again. But remember, my 200 went to 400. So when it doubled again, it went to 800.
Yeah.
And then when the 800 went to 1,600, and that was only on its journey to being a penny. I remember last year I got in at 50 pence on it.
Yeah. Okay.
We're at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the crypto market at the moment. It's like everyone's got a second chance who was watching all those people get rich before.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I just tell you that what happened last year?
Yeah.
Last year I was able to pay off the remainder, not just by crypto, but I've got a different company that pays off different stuff. But I was able to pay off all the cars, all the outstanding debts we had, including, listen to this, the mortgage.
Oh my God.
Gone. This is where it was. So when you see at the bottom, that's why I'm spending so much time on it, because when it's at the bottom now, this is where you want to get in the lift at the bottom. You don't want to get in at floor 128 and they say, we've been in here since floor 1. And you said, what happened at floor 5? What happened at floor 10? Oh, was he in there at the party at floor 15? You said, no, just getting in now. Why? Get in at the bottom.
Get in at the bottom.
So you can enjoy the ride on the way. You just see tick, tick, tick. And the thing about it, always take profit on the way. You don't know if it's going to drop soon because it's going to go through a cycle. You take profits on the way each day, whatever you made. If you made 10%, take 2% out. If you made it 15% overnight, just go, okay, I'm going to take 10% out and give it something to carry on the journey.
Yeah.
Don't some people take out the whole you think, you have to start again. No, leave some in there to carry on the journey, that somebody can tell you what's going on up there when you get you're gonna do that. You're gonna learn. And this is my whole crypto class I've given you almost in one day. To buy crypto, take it, profits on the way. One day, I'll just tell you one big mistake that I made one day, and I remember the date as well. I remember the week, because one of my relatives died on that week, and I was at the wake. And I was telling everybody, I got paid off the mortgage. It's been a good week. And I said, I might do it tonight or tomorrow. Oh my gosh, and I didn't. I was supposed to draw the money. I just thought, let's make it get a little bit more. And I went in, you know the end of the story, innit? I went in, and that was the night when I saw the headlines on Google and YouTube. Crypto taker the biggest bash for the last 2 years. I was like, what? I was looking in. I was like, I'd lost 10,000 that night, and I had made 22,000. And I was
wow,
10,000. So I was like, so I won't be able to pay off my mortgage now. So I'm going to have to go a few more months. And that's when it was on its way down. So it's been on its way down at the end. I missed it. And that's why the guy who was coaching us, he kept saying, take on the way. I was like, no, because like I was telling you, when I had like the 3 in there and it doubled and it went to 6, I knew that 6 was going to go to 12. But I thought, if I take out some, it's only going to go to 8. You know, I mean, I'm getting greedy. So now, all on the way from then on, when we take some out on the way. Yeah. Daily.
Okay. So have you got because some people are not going to be able to afford to buy the coins or things like that. Is there something out there for those who are really on a very, very tight budget as to what can help them in these coming months, whether it's shopping in a certain place or I don't know? Is there something that we could share with them?
Now, if you're really, really, really really down, you can actually go to a food bank. They've got lots of people that are coming to food bank if you really really just go in there. They give you more. They're supposed to give you a certain amount, but they just give you so much more, because we run a food bank at my church, and the Dunstable one, we run it, and the Dunstable food bank, we give you extra, and it's just like, but it's just for us who probably have. When you're coming out of Tesco, just drop a tin in there or whatever. There are people. The thing about it is, it has to be community. Now, with Shiba Inu, it's less than a penny. Even if you can buy £5 worth of it and leave it, this is going to help you to clear so many of your debts, because the world around us is crashing now. So I don't know when it's going to go overnight. And that's what every dealer's been saying. This is going to be an overnight thing. It's just going to go, because when it crashes, people are going to be pulling their money, the rich, especially out there. They're going to have somewhere to put it. They're going to look for somewhere to put it. I know gold and silver is going to go shoosh. And then the thing about it is that you might not be able to afford gold at the moment, but everyone should be able to scrape together to be able to buy a silver coin.
Yeah.
A silver coin a month for now. And the thing about it, it's a great way to save, because it's not like you're going to take your silver coin up to Tesco and then try and cash it in. Not yet, anyway, because in the future they've said they've got plans for you using silver coins in stores, but not yet. This is just in America. But when you have savings and you feel, oh, hard times, you dip into the savings and you always promise yourself you're going to put it back. And you never put it back.
Yeah.
You never put it back. You convince yourself that's why I was saving, because for the rainy days, that's why I was saving.
Yeah.
And so you never put it back. And then what happens is that there's sometimes a rainy day 5 days in a row again. But when you've got a silver coin, that is almost your backbone. You've hidden it somewhere in the little, and you're like, I've got these. Should it come to the end of the world, I've got these. And I can take them up Luton and Dunstable Hospital to the Gold and Silver Man right there, and he'll give me some money for it.
Oh yes, that shop up the road. Yes.
Yeah, there's a process in between. You're gonna you can't just spend it, but because there's a process.
Yeah.
Anywhere there's another step in between, it helps with your psychological way of saying, you know what, I'll leave it, I'll keep it. But when there's no process, it's just money in the savings account and you can just draw it. There's no middleman.
And for some people, the idea of purchasing a silver coin may appeal to them much more than doing the crypto and those kind of things.
Yeah.
So,
and it's less risk.
Yeah.
Although that's why I recommended Shiba instead of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because it's a tenth of a penny. and I'm thinking, if you can get, because to open an account is free of charge.
Yeah.
And you can everyone can get in with that. That's why I mentioned that one, because there are over 3,000 coins, different coins you can buy.
Yeah.
But because I've had experience with Shiba Inu and I've seen the paperwork about it being in all the airports in the future where people can pay with it. I think it's a future thing that you can leave. You can also leave that in a will to your children or your grandchildren. You know, some people think I haven't got anything to leave. That's what my brother said when I said, come on, help me make your will. He was like, I've got nothing to leave to anyone. And I was like, you'd be surprised what they fight over.
Yeah,
you'd be surprised. They're like, I want my mum's glasses. I want them glasses. No, why are you taking the glasses? You know, you're surprised what the kids will fight over. So these are all financial things that I talk about as well. I'm sorry, I've been talking a lot.
No, that's fine. That's fine, because it's for somebody who, like myself, who really doesn't get it. I kind of do now.
Yeah.
And I think you've given our viewers some different ideas of what they can do and ways to save.
Yeah.
You know, so for those who want to go in and do,
because the banks are falling apart.
Yeah,
they're absolutely falling apart. I just want you to go onto YouTube and press news, because when you go down the side, especially when you do it on your TV, there'll be your search and then there'll be your home, and underneath there's one called news. I just want you to press on news and just have a look exactly what's happening, because they won't tell you everything on the the main news. They only tell you when it's like got to the sorry about giving and had to bail them out today. You think, yeah, and he just got into that job. You think, I should have been following it on the news before when I said, any day now, any day now, any day. Oh, it's today. And then the person who's in at the day, they get the blame.
Always.
Yeah, they get the blame.
Always.
Like trust on that black man, quasi. Yeah, you get see no, get rid of them. Yeah. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah. Thank you so much. Don't leave us. Are you going to give us a quick update about Saturday, Shelley?
Yes. So this weekend, it's a busy one. The Black Culture Market. If you haven't heard, where have you been? We are in the Hat Factory, which is Bute Street. If you don't know where the Hat Factory is, if you what is the train station, what used to be the bridge that came over to go into town, to go into the Arndale Centre, the Hat Factory is then there.
Opposite so the George pub.
Yep. You've got the car park that is then there. Was the old bus station. On a weekend, it's only £2.50 or something, I think, for the whole day. So you're parking right next to. We have 27 vendors of fabrics, people making things, creams, businesses, foodies as well. So we've got food vendors outside. It starts at 10:30 and it finishes at 3:30. This is nothing that Deez put in there. We have to finish at those times. It's not us that's running it. We've got all the vendors that are there. So if you do rock up at 3:30, it's like we'll be closing down. But it's kicking off the whole Black History Month that they're doing throughout the whole Hat Factory. So they've got the Hat Factory got a couple of different sites down the town. So yes, come on down. And then you've got, if you look on our pages, you've then got the Windrush celebrations that was then going on at the other end of town. So you can go, if you come to us and then go to that, or there's a thing that's going on in the theatre that's after us at the Hat Factory. And then on Sunday, we're up at Stockwood Park because it's it's the month for doing the day of the month for doing the artisan fair. So yes, it's going to be a busy full-on weekend.
Once again, thank you, Michelle. Lots of information, and if anyone's only just joined us, you can watch again on
gets left on replay. Yep.
On replay. Yeah, I was going to say catch up. That's TV, isn't it?
That's TV. Yeah.
TV. Replay. You can watch it again on replay. Thanks for everybody who's been watching today. And we will see you at the weekend, either the Saturday or the Sunday. We need to see you. Come say hello.
If you want to find out more information about the weekend, actually, we've got the show tonight.
Yes.
I'll say most of them. We won't be able to get all of them in.
I think there's about 16, isn't there? 15 or 16 vendors tonight on Deez Real Talk show. Yeah. 7:00. So come and watch tonight and see who's going to be down there, or some of who are going to be down there, and what you can come by. But that's us today. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being there. And we'll see you next week. Okay. Same time, 12:00.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.